that good. Guys, social media sedation syndrome. Do you have it? Do you have social media sedation syndrome? Do you have the disability where you get on social media, but then it literally just fucking entrances you? Because guess what? Almost every human does. It's not a big deal if you have it. But do you have social media sedation syndrome? Do you see it around you? Do you see that it really is a real thing? These things are a fucking sedative, man. It's got shiny colors. It's got new surprises. And really, it's made just to put you in a fucking hypnotic trance of a state. It completely and utterly blocks creativity and thought when you're on social media, by the way. You get overloaded with so much information that you physically can't think of like anything. It just it's a brain scrambler. It's all it is. All it does is clog your fucking mind. You can only have so much in your mind at one time. And guess what? If you're scrolling through Instagram, through hundreds of pictures, hundreds of thousands of different people, that is going to completely and utterly scramble the fuck out of your brain. And you're not going to be able to think creatively or really be able to think of the things that truly matter, because all of these distractions and all of these things that are completely meaningless will be occupying your mind too much. You're not letting your intuition speak as much. You're disconnecting from yourself if you're on social media. You're going without, because there's so many different distractions and people on social media that they're all just gonna take your attention. Some of them could take your attention for a second. Some of them could take your attention for a year. A single human being can do that to you, suck your energy away. And they want your attention because it gives them money and status. Like, don't think people are serving you usually on social media, guys, because they're not. They're not serving you. They're serving themselves. Okay, especially on Instagram. Like, Instagram is very superficial. Just like, I like YouTube a lot more than Instagram. I almost don't even consider it social media, just because you can make any sort of like very long video and you can like not edit very much or at all, which is just very unsuperficial, you know. But Instagram is like very fast paced. A single edited picture that you look at for half of a second and scroll past, and it's like a fake picture too. You know, it's like very fast paced and superficial. But YouTube is like, you can really connect truly with like the person, and you can watch, like, you can really figure out about their life, learn their personality, learn who they like potentially truly are. They might be able to fake it, but you can learn a lot about somebody like genuinely. Whereas on Instagram, it's pretty hard. I mean, it's easy to fake a picture, obviously, and it's also pretty easy to fake a story. Most of the time, people don't post like really long stories. I've seen it, but not usually. But yeah, guys, social media sedation syndrome is real. It pretty much, I don't know, every single time I see somebody, which I do it too, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I do it all the time, but when you're seeing it from the third person, you're seeing someone completely and utterly entranced. It looks like they're brainwashed or asleep. It just looks like that to me. It's not a normal looking, it's not like, I don't like looking at that, dude. It just looks like they're like just a sleeper agent, dude. Agent Smith. Like, except Agent Smith is smarter than someone who has social media sedation syndrome. You guys, it's just like weed and alcohol, which I'm going to post a video about, or I might have already, depending on when I upload this one. It's just another one of those things that pretty much blurs your fucking mind, scrambles your brain, and just gives you a bunch of random information that is just fucking useless, especially when you're not targeting what you're watching, what information you're taking in. If you follow just thousands of people on Instagram and that's what you're looking at, your brain is just going to be fucked, dude. You're going to have no focus. You're not going to have any sort of idea of what's going on. You're going to feel lost. You're just going to be fucking just all over the place. You're not going to know what's going on at all. Guys, guess what? You don't have to watch the news to know what's going on. Do you know that? You don't have to. You never have to watch the news one time. I never, ever, ever watch the news or television. Never, ever, 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 ever. Because I know it just entrances you. Because you can waste your entire life sitting there. And it's hard. Once you're in the trap, dude, these are traps. These are pitfalls. Once you fall in the pitfall, you can get trapped for 10 years, guys. It's your whole life. You can get trapped in one single pitfall. In the form of TV is a big one. Get too addicted to it, get too comfortable with it, it's too good. It's too good for you. It's too comfortable. You'll fucking fall in the trap and sit on your couch and fucking just sit there and waste your life away, and it'll be too late by the time you figure it out that it was a waste. It'll be way too late. And guys, I'm not saying it's wrong to watch TV. Like, I think that if you're doing a botting out activity, if you're doing it when you're just completely exhausted at the end of the day, I got no issue with that. You know, it's about what you do all day, really, what you put most of your time into. That's where it really lies. Because you can like watch, you can fuck around and bot out the last like 2-3 hours of the day every single day and be a billionaire. Like, you can just do that. You could be one of the most accomplished people of all time and bot out for the last 3 hours of the day. It just depends on how you use the bulk of your time and the bulk of your willpower, because your willpower will be gone by the end of the day. You won't be able to put great work into things a couple hours before you're going to bed. And plus, you want to be able to relax your mind. You don't want to have to think about working on things towards the end of the day, guys. So it's highly recommended by many professionals that, like, it's not really good to work until you sleep because you'll be too stressed to fall asleep. You need to be able to relax, chill out for at least an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. So, yeah. My point is, it's fine to bot out at the end of the day. Just don't make it, it's bad when you come home from work and then you just bot out the whole time after work. Like, you gotta have other shit. You can't just have botting out be your activity. You gotta create. You gotta do something to fucking move the human race forward, or move yourself forward at the very least. Something like that, man. It's not anything that's creative or anything that's fucking not vegetating. Because, dude, if you're just working and then you're just consuming when you come home all day, then you're not going to get anywhere different. You're going to be in the same exact place. It doesn't matter. You have to do something to actually get you out of the same place and, like, progress in life, because that's the only way you're going to, like, be happy. You're not when you're just going to fucking maintain. Look in the mirror every single day and see the same person. I mean, even fucking, like change up your body, you know, change up your hair, like, change up something, dude. Like, it's good to get a little haircut, a little outfit change up your identity, experiment, fuck, like, especially if you're young. I mean, if you're like 45, then, I mean, maybe that's not that applicable, but if you're in your 20s, or fuck, even before your 20s, then Jesus, please experiment. You don't want to get stuck in some fucking pitfall of anything when you're young. Like, you don't want to... See, guys, it's a trap to choose your life when you're 17, 18. That is a trap. You want to keep your options open to anything. Like, that's where the college degree thing fucks you over in the relationship societal pressures, is going to fuck you. Because relationships, it makes it seem like you have to just, like, have one and, like, get married ASAP. It's just not this just, there's no script. You don't gotta fucking do that, dude. You can, I think it's best just to experiment and try to find someone who's actually like great for you and give them a good shot. Like, don't just fucking settle with the first fucking person you find, man, just because you think you need to have a girlfriend for your family events and shit. Maybe it's a little uncomfortable not having one because everyone has one, but like, fuck, is it really worth it to like be with someone who isn't even like optimal for you? Because guess what, if you meet your first person in high school and you're just with that person the rest of your life, chances are that was not it. Like, that was not the person, dude. You have to be able to experiment, try to figure out which one actually is it, like by comparison. You can't just like pick and then, oh, that's it. Like, there's nothing wrong with experimenting with different things until you find something that's like trumps all the rest. It's just, you gotta continually keep an open mind to that. And even with your career, like, fuck, dude, you don't have to choose when you're 18 and then continue doing that your whole life just because other people do that shit. I think that's dumb as fuck. I really hope I don't end up doing that. I doubt I will. I can't fucking, there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. I can't see it happening. It's fucking impossible. I feel like I'm gonna be fucking, at least if I don't switch my like career, like, I'm at least gonna hop around from place to place like pretty often, and even city, like state to state pretty often. Like, I don't think it's the best idea just to like I said, with your career, guys, there's no reason you have to just limit yourself and be like, oh fuck, I just have to like pick this college major and then like just fucking be in this major my whole goddamn life. Like, dude, okay, maybe that's your career, but like, what if you just try to get like some other sources of income and shit on the side, and then eventually like, oh, I like this more than my current career, oh, I'm gonna transition to that, blah blah blah. You know, there's no fucking, stop capping yourself, dude. And I don't mean the trendy fucking cap. I mean, don't put a fucking cap on what you can do just because most people do, because everyone does. Everyone thinks they're so fucking cool if you have a relationship for like 5 years right out of high school. Dude, no, you're not cool. You don't think that you have infinite potential if you do that. You're settling if you do that. Like, you're actually not cool. Everything is backwards, dude. If you have like a career that you've been in for 20 years, everyone thinks that's like, oh my god, that's so great. Every single thing is backwards. That is not great. That's like, holy shit, how can you waste your time when there's so many things you could be doing, so many different options in life, and you just fucking do that one thing? You don't even try anything else? Do you try anything else? Like, that's what I think. It's like, dude, that's horrible. I can't do the same thing for 30 years. Are you fucking joking? Absolutely not. I refuse to do that. I refuse to do the same shit for that long. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I can't. It's impossible, dude. Don't fall into the pitfalls, dude. There's so many of them. Like, holy shit. They come out of nowhere, dude. If you're not careful enough, you're just gonna fucking waste your life on accident. Like, make sure to keep a clear mind, at least for a little bit of the day. Don't just fall into social media sedation syndrome, because this is where it all ties in. If you have social media sedation syndrome, then it's going to be very easy for you not to realize that you're in a pitfall and you have been in one for years. Because if you're in media all day, you're not going to be able to think. And if you can't think, then you can't even realize that you're in a pitfall. So you have to like not be consuming anything for like hours every day. And then eventually over time, you'll just think and think and think and be like, oh shit, and like change that thing eventually, because it'll keep bugging your mind. When you have to change something, it'll keep bugging you. When you have to do something, you'll get bugged about it unless you consume too much media, because that'll just block it out. You won't be able to hear your intuition speaking to you. You can't hear it if you're blocking it. That's why it's so comfortable to consume media, is because you're blocking your intuition. You don't want to hear that sometimes because it's not easy.